Hey friends! Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this super easy DIY maxi skirt with a split. Let's get started. For this skirt I have folded my fabric in half. The selvages are on either end of the table, so it is folded the wide way. And I am using my measuring tape to measure down to the length that I want the skirt to be, and I'm cutting straight across. And now that I have that long rectangle that I want, I am going to turn it around and I'm going to hem the sides. So just the sides, I'm going to hem those. So I'm going to do a rolled hem on those sides. I'm going to fold it up 1/2 inch and then fold it another 1/2 inch and sew straight down the edge, and the same thing on the other side. Fold up 1/2 inch and another 1/2 inch and sew down that edge, and then we'll come back. So now that I have that done, I am going to cut out a waistband, and this waistband is my waist measurement minus 2 inches. That's how wide it is, and then the height is going to be 12 inches tall, so when I fold it over it can be a 6-inch waistband. You can make it however tall you want it to be. Just make sure you do your waist measurement minus 2 inches. And I have it folded in half, so it's doubled up, so it's half of my waist measurement minus 2 inches. And I'm going to sew down the sides of that using a stretch stitch or a zigzag stitch. So now that I have that sewn up, I am going to fold it in half, and that is the waistband. So I'm going to turn it upside down, and then I am going to take, here I'm just showing that I've hemmed the sides, and I'm going to take that long rectangle and the width of the skirt, I am going to gather it so that it will shrink down to the size of the waistband. So I'm going to take it to the machine and I'm going to create a gathering stitch. And it has to be done across the entire top of the width of the skirt. So the width of the rectangle. So it's just a rectangle right now. Now I'm at the machine, and in order to create the gathering stitch, I'm using the widest stitch, so I've taken it all the way up to 5, and I'm bringing my needle as far over as possible, so that is the second arrow. So the widest stitch possible, and I am lining that fabric up with the edge of the presser foot. Before I do that, I'm going to pull out as much thread as I can so that I'll have something to grip when I do the gathering stitch. So I'll pull out the thread at the top in the needle and the thread in the bobbin, and I'm going to line it up with the edge of the presser foot and let it down, and I am just going to stitch all the way across the width of the fabric, the width. So this is the part that wraps around you at the top, and I'm just creating that gathering stitch. And once I get down to the end, I'm going to stop it, raise my needle, and I'm going to pull so that I'll have a tail at that end as well, and cut it. And now I'm showing that I have 2 threads, the needle thread at the top and the bobbin thread at the bottom. So I'm going to use the bobbin thread. That's the one that I'm going to pull in order to gather the skirt. So I'm grabbing that bobbin thread at the bottom, and I'm going to pull down gently so that you don't break the thread, and that's going to gather it. It's kind of like a curtain on a curtain rod. When you pull it back, it kind of gathers it. That's what this thread is going to do. So gather it down as much as you can. And then after a while, I'm going to take it to the table, and I am going to try to match it up with the waistband. So continue gathering a little bit more. And as you can see, the the more I go down, the more I try to evenly distribute that thread and the fabric. And I just have a long piece of thread and it's wrapped around my fingers so that I don't lose it. So now I'm back at the table and I'm going to gather a little bit more. And I'm going to keep gathering. And I'm trying to get it down to the width of the waistband. And now I'm going to start on the other side and gather that down some. And now I'm taking the fabric and I'm folding it. I'm overlapping the two ends. So the overlap is about 4 to 6 inches. And that created a circle. And the overlap is going to be attached, so it has to be right side out in order to attach it to the waistband. So I decided that I wanted my overlap to be on the other side, and I pinned it together. So now I'm going to tuck the skirt into the waistband. So the waistband is upside down, the skirt is right side out, and I am just going to pin the skirt to the waistband. And it actually doesn't matter. This skirt is casual, so it doesn't matter where you pin it as long as you pin it evenly around the waistband. Make sure to grab all the layers of the skirt and the waistband when you put the pins in. And so around that circle using a zigzag stitch. And now that the waistband is attached and the seams are hemmed on the side, you're going to iron those down so that they'll lay flat. And then we're going to hem the bottom. We're going to roll up in 1/2 inch and then another 1/2 inch and stitch as close to the edge as possible down that entire rectangle. And you are done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. See you again soon. Bye.